And here we go on this episode of the OBS Build. We got a blurry camera and a shitty OBS headliner. This is a light that was in there. It never worked. I don't think it was ever wired up. Probably just put it in there. This is off of a Mustang. Yeah. It's like the same thing. And in my opinion, it'll look a lot better with the, it's like a mid-90s Mustang. It came out of a bunch of different Ford models. Just at the junkyard, check them out. Again, I just had oral surgery, so don't flame me too hard about stuttering. And yeah, I have a bunch of hardware in there. So let's transform this into a black suede with a Starlight. I think I have a 500 piece. I'll get that out and we'll see. Here is the fiber optic kit I got. I went ahead and got the 13.1 foot. Because it's a crew cab, you want to be able to locate this in the right spot, so you need to make sure it's all long enough. Trust me guys, I feel stupid for the way I sound, so yeah. So we got here. I'm gonna ditch this and do something better. We got here. Two chargers, I guess. Oh yeah, this one it has the meteor too. So I wanted one that had the meteor configuration, so that'll be cool. Oh, that's why there's two chargers, for the meteor and for the fiber optic right there. To charge them. Probably won't use these, but these are good to have in case you guys ever need them. I hate these fucking remotes, but they kind of are what they are. This is the smaller kit for the meteor, and this is the larger kit. I don't remember how many strands. I could go back and look. I want to say it's 450, and then I want to say, okay, so that's 50 for the meteor, and did this say 400? So we got a 450 piece kit. There's the box. There's that. So, yep, got my work cut out for me. Oh, there's the meteors, and here is the Starlight. It's a varied size. Some of them you can get in all the same tip diameter. I went ahead and it varied it, and this one does twinkle. I can adjust all that, and after a few minutes, this is just some duct tape so that grease doesn't get all messed up. It should be just fine with a 1/4 inch foam on the back. But what's great, I don't know if this is the top layer of cardboard or if it's the layer of adhesive, but everything seems to be peeling off pretty decent if you go slow, and then you can get it up. The best two things I found is to do that, to get that layer to peel up, or the brush works on like edges where it's chipped. Like right here, it's a perfect example. If I start to peel it, it'll probably, I don't know, just go slow and it's all right. If not, you go like that and it'll expose that layer also, which works well. So I'll probably clean up all these little cracks and just keep on going. Shop vac also works good if there's any areas that need to get sucked up, but this is nice and clean. Should be a good surface to glue to. So I don't know if you guys can see where we at. Somewhere on here I had a crease that I bought a steamer and I steamed it out. It's still kind of visible. I don't know. I think it'll be all right. That's about halfway. What I'm gonna do is fold this back. You always wanna roll it up. You don't wanna do the whole thing out, because if you fold this back over and you spray the adhesive on the back of the headliner material, you have the possibility of spraying the black side that's laying down. Get the adhesive glue on this. Ask me how I know that. I did it on my Honda and was very, very upset. But everything came out good. I just used some duct tape because that'll work just fine. This does have an 1/8 inch foam backing. You shouldn't be able to see it, but if you do, I don't really care. This truck isn't perfect, so you guys could see what I got right here. I got the 3M headliner adhesive. This is the best stuff that I found after doing a bunch of research. Walmart, 18 bucks, 17 bucks. So I got 2. Hopefully I could take one back, but if not, who cares? Glue gun out, got the Starlight, got everything ready to go. To be honest, that was a big pain in my butt. Actually put this side down. I don't know if you can see in the time lapse, I used the curtain rod and it really helped pull it. I should have taken it off and did it on this side because I had a little wrinkle, like a little excess material right here, so I had to try and pull it off, and this is foam backed. So in a couple little spots, the foam started to come off. Now that it's on there, you can kind of see right here. It honestly looks like somebody put their finger on it and just pressed on it. So luckily, I can live with it. One thing that does piss me off is I can still see that crease right there. So hopefully that crease will come out good enough for me. It'll look nice. Stopping point to fill you guys in on what I've been doing. That is the Meteor control box. I have 5 feet and actually a little over 5 feet, which should be plenty. I kind of marked out the control box goes there. I'm gonna add a Super Duty rear dome light, so goes about there. I just don't want to put any stars underneath it. I can do all around. Same thing with there. I traced where the dome light is. And then up front, I put the visors on there, and I traced where the visors go, so no Starlights go there. And so now I'm gonna plot it all out and do some math and see how much needs to go where, and start drilling and get it done. I didn't explain this control box. The way it works is it kind of goes, and the lights are sequential, like that. So I labeled them, and then it came with 50, and there's 10 channels. So I took one strand from each channel to do the meteors. So I started here and then worked my way so that the light would stay sequential. And I did that with each one of them. So it's not going to be jumping around. It'll look like flowing on each one of those. And then here's the main strand. You can see I have variable sizing. So what I'm gonna probably do is try and separate them into the sizes, at least the larger ones and then the smaller ones. I think there's 3. I plotted it out. This is 400 plus a 50 piece meteor. So I'm gonna do 400 divided by all these boxes, and so it'll be equal amount in each one. I went ahead, and these are called asterisms. They're not constellations, they're called asterisms, but got a few different ones on there. Probably never even know, but since I do have varied thickness fiber optic, I went ahead and I put all the thick ones first, so I didn't have to change the drill bit, and then kind of place those evenly throughout. And then I went through, and there's two other sizes, a medium and a fine, and I'm just kind of going through and just checking them off square by square, moving through, trying to keep these, you know, as flat and laid out as I can. So trying to keep it orderly, but to be honest, it's very hard and it's just a little time consuming. My little helper right there, and she wanted to see what it looks like, and I am about halfway done or so. Every square that I finish, I do a count and circle it. Some you'll see are 18, 17, which is fine. I still have, you know, a little bit more to do, but you can kind of just see, it's like a big old mess. But so here we go. Everything definitely didn't end as clean as it started. This one right here is the very last one. In this extra hole right here. Your water's right over there, babe. That's it. That is the last one. And you can see right here, I have them. This is this cloth wire harness tape, and it's going to come in right there. That's as low pro as I can do. And I'm going to start securing this all down. But first I'm going to pull everything tight and then hot glue them all and then start taping it all down. And I have 4.5 feet on the Starlight box and I have 5 feet on the Meteor. So that should be fine from this corner right here. Helper, she helped me glue all these down. It's where the light is gonna go, dome light. So I probably won't even put this in until it's in the truck. I'm gonna run some wires in the truck for the Super Duty dome light rear and center. Needs 3 wires for here, same for there. Probably not the cleanest install ever, but it's gonna do just fine. There's the factory OBS mat that goes on here. That's gonna go on over all this. And then I'm gonna do some sound deadening in the truck tomorrow and take out the front seat again so I can put this up in there. And trying to fish all this through, it's gonna be a pain in the butt, but it's gotta get done. These things, let's see. You can pull on those really, really hard and they ain't coming out. So the hot glue gun I used is a little cheapy, low temperature, which is fine because you could literally set that nose right on here and it ain't gonna burn it, ain't gonna melt it, it's good to go. About 14 hours in right now. I've been trying to keep track of my time. All right, I got that factory pad onto the back, all taped up. Tried to flatten everything the best I could. Now it's time to trim all this down, and hopefully I can get it in the truck today. All right, so you see there's bigger ones. Those catch on my finger. I don't know if that's a big deal or not. See, like that's trimmed a lot more flush now. And those were the first ones that I did. You can't feel those at all. I feel like when they stick out a little bit, they're a little bit brighter. So that one sticks out a little bit. I don't know. I don't think it makes a difference. The only way you're really ever going to clean this is with a lint roller anyways. So, and I'm assuming when I install this, everything's going to kind of get pushed down a little bit. So maybe I'll just do them nice and flush and just is what it is. So I got my work cut out for me. So I got the headliner in there. I did wrinkle it a little bit, but it kind of is what it is. I think when you put it up, you're not gonna be able to tell. I hadn't planned on doing the roof, but I had a bunch of scraps, so I decided to do it. So let's work on putting this back up. All right, so I'm doing the final install on the box. Everything is in, and it fit behind this pretty decent. There's a little tiny gap right there. Hopefully you can't see any light right there. So I gotta make a little mount for this, or figure out what I'm gonna do. And the meteor box, I might do that or that. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, I just want to show you the little, you can see all of them. They're all different lengths, and it's kind of shitty, but yeah, just flush them all out. I would tape them up, and then they all hold in place with set screws. So you want them all the same, and you don't want them to fall out. All right, so I got the Mustang dome lights in. That one is installed. That one is installed, but they are not wired. I did run the wiring. Here it is, right here. It's ran there, over and over, so I can have the dome lights on and the map lights all at the same time. I'll run those on different circuits. So everything is installed. I need to have the sun visors redone in black, but it's still daytime out, and you can see this is what it looks like. Yeah, I still needed to do some work with the lint roller. But got the seats. See the meteors going. And yeah, I'm excited. Get some black, paint that plastic, and then get those black. It's in, and there goes meteors again. It's not wired. I'm going to wire it later, but it is in, and I am pumped. The dome lights look sick. Excited. Most of these are pretty flush. Some of them could be trimmed up again. I'll probably go through and trim them up again when my camera won't focus, but it's time to go eat some dinner, and then I'll come out after dinner and show you guys what it looks like at night. Pretty sick. Honestly, I can tell that's the Big Dipper upside down right there, just because I put it in, and I really can't tell any of the other constellations, but it's cool. I know they're there. Y'all know they're there. Super happy on how this thing came out. What do y'all think? Not bad for a first time.